Welcome to the PRP Sports Show, the official podcast of Pleasure Ridge Park High School Athletics. In each episode, we bring you exclusive stories and interviews featuring our coaches and athletes. If you're a fan of PRP Sports, be sure to bookmark or subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Thanks for listening. Here's the latest installment of the PRP Sports Show.
Welcome back to the PRP Sports Show. We have our boys in here, Hank Burns and Greg Cole. We're ready to do another recap of PRP. Had a lot of success last week. So we'll start off with basketball. Boys basketball, Greg, you were there Friday night. You had a great game, although you got a slash on your eyeball. I tell you what, you need to wear that headband every game now. I told Beth, I said he's got to wear that every game because he came out balling after he went out on the injury. So how do we do in basketball Friday night, boys?
I think we did very well. We just had to lock up the district #1 seed. And also for the headband, I don't think that's ever coming back anytime soon.
No.
Got to, man. You got to bring it. I mean, that adds like +5 to your attributes, Greg. You know, I mean, that's what I heard. So, I mean, you got to pull out the headband eventually, you know.
See, y'all don't understand how I couldn't blink with my left eye for the rest of the game after I had the headband on. It was ridiculous.
So, like, what actually happened? Because, like, I think you told me that. Like, what went down?
So, I closed down the shooter, and the ball bounced back. So when I tried to get the rebound, I got pushed into Sean, my other teammate, and he actually got cut inside his mouth, so he had to get stitches. He went to the ER after the game, but so yeah, I hit him right in the mouth and just had a big old slash on my in my eyebrow. And they didn't call it to like 30 seconds or so. I was just stuck playing defense with blood on my face. Not even realize until I accidentally tried to wipe sweat out my eye.
Yeah, your mama was telling everybody about it over there in the stands. I was like, oh, she's heated.
Yeah.
She's heated. I tell you what, hats off to our trainer, Beth Shoulders. She did a great job. She was like a triage nurse that night. We had cuts on her face, ankle rolls. We had a cut on the lip, and then we had, and then Malachi got in foul trouble. We played without our 4 best players in the second quarter and still beat them. So statistically, the leading scorer against Fairdale was, Keith. He had 22 points, 6 rebounds. Malachi had 16 points, 5 rebounds. Greg, you had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 assists. No, 3 steals and 2 assists. Great night for you. Grigsby had 11 points. He played really well. I think that was his best game of the year. Dixon only had 4 points, 7 rebounds, but he didn't play after the first quarter.
All first quarter.
Yeah, it was all first quarter. If he'd have played the whole game, he would have been dominant. We probably would have beat him by a lot more. I think the final score was 70-45. The boys won, and it seals up our #1 seed in the district. So in the tournament, we will be the #1 seed, and we'll have to wait to see who we play. We'll decide that this week at our district meeting. So it was a good night for the boys. So the girls got a win too.
Also, too, clinched the #1 seed in the district after they beat Fairdale. Janae, I know she had 23 that game. She was actually killing, and they did it without one of their best players, Brianna Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impressive.
Yeah, it was. Leading scorer was Bolin, and Janae had 23 points. She's actually one of the top scorers in the region right now. I think she's like number 4.
Wow.
Alyssa had 11 points. Who else was there, Hank? Anybody else stand out in that game?
Let's see. Cam had 6 points and 3 blocks. I mean, a lot of blocks. Good grief. 3 blocks. Goodness gracious. 3 blocks. Why can't y'all do this, Greg? Why can't y'all have 3 blocks? Why can't you have 3 blocks a game?
I'm 5'11".
It was like 11 blocks total in that game.
Insane, dude. I'm
Burks
looking at him like, what the heck?
Jamie Burks had 3 of her own, and Cam Lathery had 3 blocks. So it was a good night for the Lady Panthers. Yeah, it was. I'm so excited for them.
They're really clicking us.
We had an 8th grader playing too. She's pretty good, little guard out there. I think it's Rayvon's sister.
Yeah. She plays softball too.
Yeah, she's a good athlete.
She's a really good athlete. Yeah.
She's talented.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see them grow. I can't wait to see them the next 3 weeks. They're going to get a bunch of wins and head into the postseason on a positive note.
Yeah.
The wrestling team, we had our first girls state placer, 7th grader Lainey Doolin. She placed 7th in the state of Kentucky. That's our first ever girls wrestler to.
Like what? Like she's probably like 13, 14 maybe.
Yeah, she's a good wrestler though.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's incredible.
The boys finished 5th place in a tough competition in Oldham County against some of the best wrestling programs in the state. So that was a really good night, really good day for them. I think Tucker Roth made it to the finals, and he placed in the finals. So their region is coming up this weekend at Doss Saturday. Their region's at Doss, so everybody needs to come out to Doss High School and watch the wrestling team.
It's like early in the morning.
They weigh in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
They start wrestling at 9, so they'll be there all day long. People are more than welcome to come out and support our great wrestling team. Here's another stat. Did you know that you guys, the boys basketball team, is number 2 in the state in scoring margin?
I mean, I saw that earlier this week. It's crazy to think about it. The number 1 team is obviously Warren Central because they've been a consistent number 1 team the whole year.
Yeah, we're 19-3, and we have a scoring margin of 402 points between our opponents. So that's an amazing statistic. We're excited about the end of the season. You got some tough games coming up, especially this week.
Yeah, obviously, we played a rival Butler, and everybody's going to try to play their best against us, especially because it's their Super Bowl, honestly, and kind of ours too. So we got to just come in and play our best.
I'll say about those type of games, like, it doesn't matter how good you are or how good Butler is or whoever, your rival is. It's always pretty much going to be a close game. I remember like last year, I played baseball and we came in, we knew we were better than Butler, but, I kept telling everybody like it's going to be a close game. Just the atmosphere and the environment. They could be 0-20 going into the game and we could be 20-0 and it would probably still be a close game. So, I think obviously last year I know y'all blow them out in the postseason, but that game at Valley was close. That was tight. I remember that. So it's gonna be close. I feel like and hope we come out on the winning side. I think we will, Greg. So
yeah, I mean, because I know who will be talking if we do come out on the side. Let's talk about PRP Barstool and how they're let's say changing the game social media wise.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, like, I see all their posts and it's just crazy. All the comments and everything. It's all in good fun. It's all appropriate. All school appropriate. But yeah, it makes it a little interesting. It makes the rivalry a little better. I think it adds some fun, some flair to what you're doing. Spices it up a little bit. So, and especially with the social media aspect, everybody's on there. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So
yeah, it's funny. Butler is a great rival. It's a great school. PRP's a great school, and anybody that comes out to that game on Friday, you'll see all the great things about PRP High School and Butler High School. And hopefully the Panthers will come out on top. We've won majority of the games in the last 10 years. But Butler, no matter how bad they are or how good they are, it's always going to be a dogfight with them in every sport we play. And hopefully we'll come out on top. So I can't wait to beat them on Friday night. It's going to be so much fun. So this week, our girls bowling team has advanced to the state tournament. They're trying to win the school's 11th state title. They won state championships in 2004, 2007, 2008, 2010, 11, 12, 14, 15, 18, 19, and unified in 2019. So we're trying to win the school's 11th, and we are probably the favorite going into the state tournament once again, and hopefully our girls can bring home the trophy for the 11th time. We also had Austin Raymer, who was voted the KHSAA Girls Bowler of the Year.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's amazing. She was rated the best bowler in the state of Kentucky for girls, and we want to congratulate her and give her a shout out. Congratulations, Austin, on a great 4 years and culminating as the KHSAA Bowler of the Year. So who else? Did we have any individuals advance to the individual state championship?
So we had Danica Lyons, Kaylee Blaine, Shayla Bachman, and Jordan Sprague all advanced.
We had 4 advance to the Final Four, so we got a chance to play ourselves in the championship.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
It would be
That'd be crazy, yeah.
I think a long time ago we did that one year before it was KHSAA. Our bowling team actually played PRP-A and PRP-B in the state championship. So
Wow.
guaranteed PRP
Guaranteed
and state
PRP,
championship
yeah.
back before it was KHSAA. But
Wow.
we're so proud of our bowlers, and their bowling tournament starts tomorrow, Wednesday, February 8th at Kingpin Lanes in J-Town. And I can't wait to get out there to watch them compete.
And shout out our archery team, Matthew Vaught competing. I know him, and Greg.
Said Kirkland Evans also competing. I know her. Said they hosting a meet Saturday. Am I right? Am I correct for that? Yeah.
Yeah, good for them. That's good.
Yeah, it was their largest meet since they've been here hosting in the last couple of years.
Wow.
It was the gym was packed. They had a bunch of flights, and it went really, really well. Our archery program is very good. The numbers are up. The kids are competing, and our coaches are doing a great job.
Thanks again for listening to the PRP Sports Show. For daily updates and schedules, search PRP Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, go Ridge.